on like big fields and wide areas. The French map itself has more of a like classical touch to it. It's like a European city, so lots of history, lots of old buildings and that.
Smaller fields, of
Exactly,
course.
smaller fields, smaller, which is
Grapes.
grape and
Yes.
grape harvesting. There you go. So as you can already see, we have our nice little grapevines here. We've
Yes.
shown it in videos before, how you place them with our new build mode. These grapes, we have grapes and olives. Both of them are new in Farming Simulator 22. And of course, to harvest them, we have our new machine, the New Holland Brout 9070L. It's two of them. We have this one and another one for olives as well. And of course, olives, grapes being new kind of machinery, new kind of...
You place these grapes via the terrain builder.
Yeah, the build mode.
Yeah, the build mode. It's pretty much the same as you would place a fence, basically.
Harvesting them is to properly align the machinery with it, as you can see here. I'm
Yeah,
already
this is
having
super hard to
problems
do in
with it.
first-person mode, of course.
Yeah,
but there
because
we
it's
go.
like a little bit of an offset in there. But yeah, basically they have their own cups, because grapes are not like grain, you know, you can't just put them into any kind of trailer. They are like very delicate.
Yeah, you have to be a little more
matter.
careful with them.
Exactly. Otherwise you get...
You already produced
jam.
grape juice even before you started
Yep,
actually
before you
producing it.
started producing it. So we're going to go over here and then start overloading our grapes into the trailer.
Yes, and that is a very special trailer. We're going to show a nice little trick with it in a minute.
Yep, you
Because-
can also see it's one of the new Fuhrmann trailers that we have in the game, just specifically for grapes.
Yeah, and with it is a very old Steyr, the 8150. That one, like, you can tell it's not one of the modern tractors.
Yeah, it
It's a
doesn't
little bit
have
older.
the round aerodynamic kind of design. It's
Exactly.
just this classical, almost block-like in the design. I really like those.
That's how it used to be. And now we're going to show you this nice little trick with the trailer, because you can close it.
Yeah, we can just basically close it now since we're full. And you can like place it anywhere on the field. So if your harvester's on the other side, you can also open it
To the other side.
on the other
Nice.
side. So it's pretty flexible in that way if you want to like open it on the left side or on the right side, as you can see here. Oh, look at these
Yeah.
NPC car,
Yeah,
the
you can
traffic
tell
just
traffic has
darting
been-
along.
Traffic has been fastened up by a lot. They are faster now.
Yeah, they basically can tell better, like the collision detection works a bit better, so they will see if you're coming, slow down, and since it's better, we can also have them drive a bit faster as well.
And that was requested a lot by you guys out there, so it's a good thing that
Exactly.
this happens.
So as you can hopefully hear now, I will start driving, and you see it's kind of like an older tractor. It has some weight that it needs to pull. We're going to take this little side road here leading up, and you can already see and also hear our gear shifting system that comes into play.
Yeah, and we do have a gearbox system in play. We
Yeah.
spoke about that before. Manual gear shifting is possible. Oh, look at that.
Look at that. There's like a small little... Oh, a few of them are actually running around. So we have... These are currently still very work in progress, and we're looking to implement them for the final release. But yeah, a little bit of more wildlife coming into the game here.
Very nice. Oh, yeah, we should mention that everything, of course, is work in progress.
Yeah.
This is an in development version of the game. A lot of things have been disabled as well for Gamescom.
That's true,
because
yeah.
we're gonna have a couple of YouTubers and everything in here.
They're going to use
Check
the
it out.
same build
They
that you
use
see
that build,
right now.
exactly. So it is a very specific build made for Gamescom. So not everything you see will be like this in the finished product, right?
That's true.
So about the sound, you're in the cabin now, so you guys should.
It's
be
also
able
different, like compared to outside.
You should be able to hear that the sound has changed a lot. I'm gonna shut down for a second to give you a tiny idea of how it sounds now. So we made a lot of adjustments when it comes to sound.
That's true. There's a lot of like fine little minute details that went into like the sound design of FS22. I
And
think
it-
we're
yeah.
pretty proud of what we can show off so far.
Absolutely, absolutely. It sounds amazing. And I think it looks amazing as well. We're going to show you guys a little bit more about, especially about the parallax occlusion mapping
Yeah.
later on. there might not be the best chance now because, yeah, well, there is a building, but there are way more interesting buildings when it comes to parallax occlusion.
Yeah, that's true.
Once we hit the
I
village.
mean, what we have here is now our grape processing plant, production point here. So here you can see at this particular factory, the grape processing unit, we have the ability to either produce raisins or grapes. We already have some, as you can see on the right side, some storage. So there's already lots of grapes stored in there, and we just brought in. Don't have to wait a whole. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
If you're looking at a vehicle, you get all of the information there as well. And so,
The
now-
Jung Heinrich Stater.
yes, we have a new vehicle here as well with a new brand. Now you need to know I am not the best loader of them all. I'm very bad at this, and I have the utmost respect of people who do this even with a controller.
Yeah, well, that was good, though. I've seen worse doing more test runs.
Yeah, that's true, but I can't get it right. Every time there's something that's in the way. Alright, so here we go. Let's load our pallet. Oh,
Nice.
look at that first try!
Very good.
So now we're going to strap this on, enter our vehicle, and we're going to show you a little bit about the map as we now are going to make our way to one of the selling stations that's on the map. So we're going to go to the farm shop, and yeah, as you can see, we're right about to head into a little bit of a more like civilized area. Oh look, there's another car. So yeah, we didn't talk about it yet, that the like cars and also the NPCs in the game, they all are specific to the map. So you will see different kind of models depending on what map you're playing on.
You might have seen that the car that just passed us is, well, it was inspired by a very, very famous French car. In German we call it the Duck, the Ente.
Duck.
I don't actually know the real name of it, to be honest, because for my whole life it just has been the Duck.
The Duck.
So, but yeah, it is a very French car. And we can stop at any point here and show the parallax occlusion mapping, because that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
These are the buildings I was talking about. This map is full of these buildings, and you can tell that there is a nice little 3D version of it now because of parallax occlusion mapping. You can see the stones really stand out.
Yeah, this is like with all of the different textures that we have, it just really makes the world kind of just pop.
Yeah. And that works for everything. I mean, we've just shown a wall, but if you
Works
would
for
check out the
ground as
ground
well,
or
yeah.
anything, and we're going to show ground a little bit later again, because it might not be as interesting for you guys on the road. It will be more interesting, of course, on a field. But
Yeah, but as you can see here, like the subtle touch on the French map is just this big part on history. You see there's like buildings and also walls from probably like medieval times as well. There's a castle on the map as well, which is just typical for like old European cities, because compared to the US, cities have been very, very old.
you know, and it's nice to have this little touch in there. It really makes the map feel completely different from
Yeah, that's
the
true.
US map.
So we
And the other
wanted-
way around, of course.
We wanted to have like these just two distinct feelings of playing an atmosphere that you're in while playing. So we're now at the farm shop. Also, you might notice like the names, they're also very local, very French in this part of the game, of course.
Not for the billboards, though, but then again,
for the billboards,
advertisement
no.
is international, and of course, these billboards might change
Yeah,
for
definitely.
the game in the end.
So
So,
let's drive to our pallet selling point here, and you can see as our money is being deducted, and you can also hear it, the pallet is now slowly being unloaded.
I hope the money is not deducted. I hope it increases now.
Increased, yes, it's added to our account, not deducted.
So yeah,
It's
we
those
just-
taxes, man.
yeah, it's hard. No, we just sold our grape juice. That is nice. Supermarket will be happy.
Yep, they will be
And
very happy, hopefully.
We are
Let's just
done
park here.
for here. Yeah, and you can see a couple more of these cars that are, as we said, very specific for the European region. Even if we do have a car, let's phrase it that way,
A car, yeah,
on
that's
that
true.
map.
Trion. We're going to show you another new crop type, which is sorghum.
Yes.
Very American, actually, because it was something that we implemented since we've seen like
And yeah, here we are.
so, and now you can also see something that's new, are new particle effects, which is on a lot of the new machinery we have implemented into the game. You can see that similar to like the textures, thanks to Parallax Occlusion. This is also very much more three-dimensional and kind of just looks so much better than it did before, where it was just these different planes. This is actually like proper particles that are being ejected here.
Absolutely is. And if you switch to the interior view, you're going to see that it has changed in the front as well. This looks way better than it used
the
to.
intake animation is also specialized now on most of our assets.
So it all looks better, cleaner, more realistic.
Definitely.
And
I really like the texture of Sorghum in general, because as you can see, not only with the new ones but also the old ones, we like revised all of the textures for our different crop types as well.
And once you finish this line, we might just jump out and show the ground, because it really looks good. And there is this not so French vehicle that we spoke about to the right. We're gonna go over that Mack truck in a second.
Yep. We'll be using it.
It obviously is a little bit, not very French, let's phrase it that way, but we really wanted to show you guys the Mack truck because a lot of you asked for it.
Yeah.
So we put it on that presentation so that you guys have a chance to take a look at this very beautiful truck.
So here we can see the ground again.
Yeah.
And also like just generally with our parallax occlusion, everything just looks so much more three-dimensional in its appearance.
Absolutely does. It looks way better.
So let's turn around here, get our Mack truck to work a bit, and then we can show you a little bit more of the city.
Yeah.
We're gonna drive through it. So there's also like a special version of this one, this particular Mack truck. I don't know if you want to talk about it.
Yeah, there is the Black Anthem edition, which is a pre-order bonus.
So this is basically the one you see in the game as is.
Exactly. So, because a lot of you guys out there ask if you only get a Mack truck if you buy it on Amazon. No. It's just a color version, a different color version of the Mack truck that we have in the game.
Exactly.
So there is a Mack truck for every one of you. And that one is beautiful. We're going to show the interior as well in a second. There we go. It just looks good.
So now, very untypical, of course, driving across a small little field road with this big truck.
Yeah, but we blocked a lot of our driveways with the other tractors. So
yeah, that's true. So let's just get over here.
Take a little detour, show a nice little house in the middle of nowhere. And these are the tiny little details you spoke about before.
Yeah,
like
just like these remnants of some lost or ancient history, perhaps.
And I mean, you know, it's basically
it's
a
like
village
that,
is more than fields. It is a village, so there has to be something.
And it's like that in real life
really
as well.
nice. Yeah, absolutely is.
So let's get out here and make our way to the city. We're not going to be driving all the way to the farm shop, but I just want to show you guys a little bit more of the
city because it's beautiful.
Yeah, the classical location of Haut-Belron. Because as you can see already in the distance here, the architecture as well, it's very historical. It's very well, not ancient, but just very like classical in its appearance.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can still see the 3D rooms that we introduced with the Alpine DLC for Farming Simulator 19.
Exactly.
So houses look way better now.
That map, of course, is also part
of Farming Simulator 22, but it got an overhaul though.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with all these new things that we have, it's been like retouched as well.
Yeah. So if you played the Alpine expansion for Farming Simulator 19, you already know what to expect from the map because it is the same map, it just looks better. And here we see some of the NPCs, you said it before, they are tied to the map as well.
Yeah, to the map itself.
So you will see more European cars, especially on
Yeah.
the European map, and you see more American-style things. And you
Yeah,
wanna see something
fashion
else,
choices
you can
as well.
stop there
maybe.
and show the boats again.
Yep.
Because I
Let me
like
just walk down. Let's just park, and everybody will be angry at me for
let's call
halting
it
in the
park.
middle of the road.
Let's call it park for a minute, because this is something nice. Of course, there is no... It's not a selling point or anything. There is no value of these boats other than they are beautiful, they are nice to see,
It's
and
just
they're
like
a nice
there are many
element that are
different,
there.
like on both maps, there are very many different, like kind of small areas that are just like nice to visit,
Yeah,
or
just to explore,
and
basically.
also something which we also haven't talked about yet. And of course, these are also locations where maybe the collectible or two might be hidden.
Yeah, we are
Of
not
course.
telling.
We're not
It's on you
spoiling
to It's on you to find them.
any locations. So there you go. It's like another big ancient piece of history. I'm not gonna go inside because players might want to do that for themselves, but I want to show you guys something different.
Yeah, but you can go inside, so that is
Yeah,
something
definitely.
you should be aware. You can totally do that. So yeah, lots of exploring possible on that map.
Them, but it's just one of these nice little touches of the map. We have a catapult just sitting here.
Yeah, ready to be shot.
Well, you can't actually shoot it.
You can't shoot it.
But look at this.
Visited like France or even Italy. I remember seeing them in Italy as well.
Mm-hmm.
There are actually
Feature that we haven't talked about yet.
no,
Completely.
except
I
for
think.
the stream that we had 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
It is cultivating. No, it's not. Cultivating has been here, but if you check out that cultivator, you're gonna see that a little bit has changed on the ground. You might have noticed this tiny little pebbles every now and then.
That just pop up.
And yeah, it
Here you
looked
can
like
see
it's
them.
stones, and the reason for that is because it actually
They are stones.
are stones.
Yeah, that's one of our new features in the game. So always depending on what kind of machinery you're using, of course, there's the possibility for stones to be dug up while cultivating, or especially like bigger ones and more if you're using like a subsoiler or a plow, for example. And these are just an additional gameplay element that, if not taken care of, you if you drive over them with your machinery, they're going to take increased damage and wear from that.
Yeah. So you have to bring your the machines into maintenance more
Exactly.
often if you drive over them.
Bring it to the workshop
Yeah.
and having them take care of repairing all of your equipment.
Good news is you don't have to drive over them, because we do have a new special piece of equipment, and we are
Mhm.
just driving toward it right now.
Yep.
To remove these stones, there we go. You can see it on the right side. It is a stone picker.
So let me get this out of the...
Pre-order, it doesn't matter where you pre-order. The class cell track is included in every single pre-order out there. So other than the Mac track, that is only for the day one edition on Amazon.
Mhm.
That one is with any pre-order you place, really.
Yeah, and you can also see we have like new kind of ground textures for a slurry as well. So let me drive over here a little bit to show you both.
Yeah. And it's kind of
Of
hard to
these.
see on the right side, on the darker side. However, and I'm quite sure you're going to show that in a minute because you did it last time, you will see it very good once you take a closer look, especially against the sun.
Yeah, so you
That
can
is
see
where
now,
right now
up
it's
here.
there. This is not the
can
best position for the sun to be in, but you can tell.
You can see that it's like definitely it has this kind of like sheen.
Yeah,
to
it
it.
has a little bit of wet look,
Yeah.
basically. It looks a little bit
Just
wet.
this moist kind of
Exactly.
dirt, and you can also see that the earth itself, due to the parallax occlusion, just looks far more three-dimensional here as well.
And you can tell the difference. I mean, the sun is right up